Hello there, happy people. This is Jean, and today I'm going to be talking about the new LEGO Star Wars set, the UCS Jabba Sail Barge. This set is 3,942 pieces and will retail for $499.99 USD. I did not stutter. This LEGO set will release on October 3rd for LEGO insiders and October 6th for everyone else. At the time of its release, that LEGO set will have a gift with purchase of this here Luke Skywalker's lightsaber. Available only with the purchase of Jabba's Sail Barge, only on October 3rd for LEGO insiders and October 6th for everybody else. It's super easy and free to sign up to be a LEGO insider, by the way. Before I begin, thanks so much to the LEGO group for sending these sets over to me for review. As always, all thoughts and opinions are my own. And while you're here, please give this video a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. So, the LEGO Barge. I was so excited with the reveal of this LEGO set because Return of the Jedi is my favorite Star Wars movie of all time. I'm sure many of you watching also know that this is the third LEGO iteration of Jabba's Sail Barge, the first of which released in 2006 with 781 parts and 8 minifigures, and the second of which released in 2013 with 850 parts and 6 minifigures. I don't have either of those sets to compare them to, though a quick glance through some of the photos will show you the 2006 version of the barge came with its own little desert skiff and Sarlacc pit build, which I'm sure you also know is a separate LEGO set that released earlier this year in August for $80 USD and scales perfectly with the new barge. This 2006 barge is a cute little playset in its own right, even though that Jabba mold looks cursed. The 2013 version of Jabba's barge was a slightly more modernized take on the build that had some upgraded minifigures, more notably in the Jabba mold and Princess Leia minifigure. Both of these, of course, don't compare in size to the colossalness that is the 77 centimeter or 30-inch long UCS sail barge. Before we get into the display set and its features, though, let's take a look at the unboxing experience, because similar to sets like the UCS Venator, it is an experience. Opening the box, first on the inside of the first flap, there's the still of the sail barge from the movie, super cool. Opening that flap, there is a still of Jabba and Princess Leia in Jabba's throne room. And finally, once inside, you're met with two smaller boxes inside of it labeled 1 and 2. Box 1 has our favorite blue elephant on it, Max Rebo playing the keys. The second box has Salacious Crumb just hanging around, I guess. There's 2 instruction books with this set. They depict the front and the back of the barge on the covers. Opening this up, we get a blurb about the set from Jens, who is the LEGO Star Wars design director and creative lead. The next couple of pages show some concept art, movie stills. Finally, we are shown that this is how you are supposed to handle the barge when you're moving it, not like this. Now let's take a look at the minifigures. There are 11 minifigures technically. One of the 11 is Jabba, which I think would be called a giant figure. I don't know. I don't remember the exact technical term for that. And then one of them is Salacious B. Crumb, which is a, bug thing. Jabba the Hutt looks a lot like its predecessor in the 2013 set, which honestly was a great mold. I do believe there is some updated printing, like extra wrinkles on his fat on the front and the back side, possibly on his tail. I'm not entirely sure. I don't have the other one with me, so I'm just comparing it to pictures. Honestly, I think he looks great. Let's get the elephant out of the room right away. Not you, Max Rebo. Princess Leia. This will probably be the most controversial minifigure in this set for a few reasons. One of which was that for a while there was this unconfirmed rumor that companies were no longer allowed to make merchandise based on this version of Princess Leia, aka Slave Leia, aka Hutt Slayer Leia. Further seemingly confirmed by the fact that we just haven't seen any merch of this version of Leia in a long time. For the purposes of this video review, I'm going to be referring to her as either this version of Leia, Princess Leia, or Hutt Slayer Leia. So as someone who doesn't own a previous version of Hutt Slayer Leia, I'm thrilled to have it. I really am. But I'm really not happy with the fact that it looks like she's wearing capri pants. The torso looks almost identical to the one from the 2013 LEGO set, save for a small print change at the top of the metal bikini. And on further inspection, the top of the metal print on her front and back side of this bikini, you can actually see that there's skin coloring under that metal portion. So to have that not continue to the legs looks a little jarring to me. Now the front metal bikini part is an upgraded and really cool detailed print, and it looks fantastic. But if I'm being honest, you can definitely tell with these lines here on the side that the design for the legs were likely made to look like partial skin and partial skirt, and then the design was maybe later altered with the inclusion of dual molded legs. I don't know. Do we love it or hate it? It's an upgrade for sure because she has dual molded legs, but it looks weird. Like, I understand why the change was done. I don't need that explained to me, but I don't know that I necessarily agree with that change. Also worth noting is that the head is the regular Leia face that we've seen throughout some of the latest LEGO Star Wars sets that include Princess Leia, like Yavin Leia, Endor diorama, Luke's X-Wing, the Trash Compactor diorama, etc. I would have preferred the makeup version of her head here personally. And for all of this minifigure's flaws, this new hairpiece is incredible. So good. I just feel like there's too many missed opportunities here. Moving on to Bib Fortuna, which is also looks like an all-new minifigure look, although his Leku looked like the same part that was in the Boba Fett's throne room Lego set. It's an odd choice because those Leku I thought were specific to that Bib Fortuna because he was fat, and in Return of the Jedi, he's still skinny. Removing the Leku to look at the rest of him, this head follows the latest suit in Lego Star Wars, which is removing pupils from Lego Star Wars minifigures if they don't have human eyes or something like that. So both of his face prints do not have black pupils. I personally have no attachment to it or feel any certain way in regards to the pupils, but I know that people want to know. His outfit shows silver armor with dark blue undershirt and sash and a black robe over it. The updated print for this outfit honestly looks really great. Next we have C-3PO, and this is a real loss here. We do not get the special C-3PO with a dual molded leg print that was in the UCS Land Speeder or earlier this year in the C-3PO buildable Lego set. Maybe they didn't want to cheapen the value by making it available in a third Lego set, but if you ask me, in this $500 Lego set, I think it should have been included. Max Rebo. So this is the first time I have a Max Rebo minifigure. It also looks just like the predecessor from the 2013 Barge, so I'm not sure if there's any change, but I can tell you that this one right here has a rubbery headpiece and it's a blue Azure torso on short Azure legs. Now this Lego set did come with 3 brand new minifigures, one of which is Kithaba, seen here with an orange vest. I think if this is a screen grab from the movie, it should be green though, although he is also green, so maybe that's why they did the change. Face print looks great. There is no second print, and I'm not sure if this is a new head part or not, but it has a red sash around his head and it looks good. Visum is the second of these brand new minifigures included in this set, seen here with an orange vest and blue sleeves as well as a brown beige helmet. It's not dual molded, so it looks like the beige was painted. I've seriously had a hard time even finding a non-blurry image of this character from the film, but his face print looks great. There's some wrinkly details on the backside of his head. Wolf is the third new minifigure. This is another one of Jabba's henchmen. He's seen here with a brown helm with cool molded details on the backside, a brown vest over a worn white shirt, a leather bandolier over it all. The Gamorrean guard looks like an exact repeat of the one from Boba Fett's throne room. Salacious Crumb, he looks great. This appears to be a new mold. He's like a full darker color, and he has a full orange collar and more pronounced beak lines with the mouth shape. He also has been deprived of pupils in this new version. And of course, R2-D2 with a bar table accessory, just like in the film. Same old R2, just has a little table attached to him. Okay, is that it? Geez, that was a lot. And so this Lego set conveniently has you build this stand for the 10 main minifigures with a special oversized stand for Jabba, and Jabba's stand actually also includes the nameplate of Jabba's sail barge. I'm surprised they didn't put the katana's name over here, but really cool. They went with the matte finish instead of the shiny finish. I think the shiny finish proved to be problematic, so I'm glad they went with this. There is a visible dimple in the center of this tile. I don't know that there's any way that they can avoid that in production. And of course we have the 25th anniversary of Lego Star Wars brick on the other side. Okay, I feel like I've been talking forever and I haven't even touched the build. So let's dive right in. I also want to point out that this is my first time ever building a Lego set with this much brown in it. And I'm happy to report I had no brittle brown incidents. It did not feel brittle. I did not break any pieces. So kudos to the improvement on brittle brown, or I guess just brown now, or reddish brown, I don't know. The build itself is gorgeous, which is kind of an extravagant word to use on like a big brown thing, but so much care and detail went into this build, and it's so evident while you're building it. Like the care and detail that went into replicating the exterior as best as possible via Lego bricks is crazy. The pentagonal tiles along the bottom, the grill pieces for the rear vent or windows, the technique to make the front and rear parts of the ship curve. It was just so cool to see them come together. And then these fins on the backside that use sticker details for these lines. The sails are stunning and they can be adjusted or fully removed. The top deck also has 3 cannons where you can place Jabba's henchmen on. And while we're on the deck, you can actually remove the deck via 2 pieces. You have to open up these back 2 flaps to remove this part though. If you fold down the sides, it reveals the fully built out interior. Just to note, you can fold down the back sides over here, but it's really just mostly wall. Let's start up at the front. You can fit 2 people inside the front cockpit. You will notice in the front cockpit that 3 stickers are used for the monitors and navigation. There's also an operational prison cage right next to an armory. There's some steps here in the armory that actually come out right in the top deck via these 2 doors. Next to the armory, a fully stocked galley. There's a stair stair and ladder that also takes you up to the top deck. You can actually remove this also if you want full access into the galley. If you look at the wall in the galley, there are 2 stickers that are for, I guess, what's on the menu. Next to the galley is, of course, Jabba's entertainment room. They gave him a nice little platform to sit him on. And right next to him is, of course, Max Rebo's little keyboard. There were 2 stickers used for Max Rebo's keyboard. And that's it for the stickers. Pretty minimal for a set this size. All right. Now for the honesty. This Lego set is awesome. It was freaking fun to build. It was so cool. The interior details, spectacular. Save for the minifigure issues, which includes Bib's Leku, 3PO's lack of dual molded leg, and Leia's pants. Now, is it $500 amazing? I have to say no. No way. The draw here is clearly going to be getting that gift with purchase of Luke's lightsaber, and if it goes anywhere along the routes of the Yoda's lightsaber that was also a gift with purchase, or Luke's blue lightsaber, which was also a gift with purchase, this might be the only opportunity you have to get it. Unless, of course, you're willing to pay whatever aftermarket prices will go for. At 3,942 pieces, it doesn't pass the price per parts check. That would put it at around $400. Even if you valued all of these figures at like $9 a pop, that could get you to the extra 100. But like, this doesn't feel like a $500 Lego set. I really feel like $400 would have been a more appropriate, albeit still high price point for this. But personally, this is not a Lego set I would have gone out to buy on day one, or even ever without at least a minimum $100 discount somehow. If you've stuck around this long, please give this video a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you here. As always, I'm welcome to hearing your thoughts about this Lego set, so let me know in the comments below. Okay, bye!